Okay, greetings, Patriots, Starseeds, light workers, and of course our brave military. June 26th today, 2025. Now, like I said before I get started, I do not do green screens. I'm not on TikTok. Follow me over here if you should choose so. Okay, so Money Day today. This is, well, of course, we got paid our pension today. It's still alive. Not well, but it's alive. Now, the big thing on the money front, okay, lots of things going on. And I'm going to start with Iran. Now, as Kim Clement said in his prophecies, Iran will be in that situation where it is now, that it cannot, doesn't have the military really to back it up, because they've all signed on to the Jassara Treaty. Okay, now there's 100 countries out there that is going to go. Well, let's just back it up again a bit here. The questions I'm getting is, when is Jassara happening? Okay, well, Jassara is already in play. Okay, there's 100 countries right now that are forming a huge alliance against the fiat dollar. The fiat dollar will crash. The fiat dollar is going to crash no matter what. So, what's that saying? Okay, it means that the dinar, the Iraqi dinar on the street is, I seen on the back screen at $7.22 on the back screen that they flashed it, and I guess it come on by mistake, and then it went off again, and everybody was saying, well, it's about $4, but there, that's what it showed there was $7.21, 22 cents American. Okay, now I know this is confusing, okay, but Trump is playing a chess masterful game, and he's got, basically, like I said before in the last video, he went in there to hit the underground biolabs and the human trafficking centers. There was 3 of them. He needed to hit them, and he did. And he did a masterful job, or the military, the Air Force, God bless them, did a masterful job doing it. Now, and apparently those were like 3,000, I mean, some ridiculous pounds. There was 182 of them. I don't even know how they packed them over there. Anyways, they got these things taken out, and as well as what was taken out in Israel. Okay, so as you have experienced that, back in the day when Trump was in, and all this embargo shit was going on, and this trade wars were going on, and all this stuff, the Chinese manufacturers were stopped bringing over all their cargo through, or all their products through, these big cargo ships, okay, container ships. So there has been a bit of a dry up of the Chinese made products. All right. Okay, so when that happened, it dried up the shelves, and the United States maybe had to seek other areas there, but they are running dry of a lot of goods. But a lot of those goods were bad goods, right? They weren't meant for, they were contaminated, and there was a lot of shit, and that's why he shut it all down. That's the reason why he shut it all down. It's not any type of trade war. Now, Trump's going to say, he's going to come on and he's going to say, well, let's get some countries together, and we start doing trading, to bring in products from their countries, which will be competitive pricing as what it is to the Chinese. And, oh, by the way, maybe we should just everybody do an even playing field on this one, and that's how he's going to introduce the the even playing field with all their currencies. Now, I know that the dinar is ready to go, and I know that the Vietnamese dong is ready to go, because they are quietly holding. I think they're 27th in the world as far as their gold and silver stockpiles. So, and being that the silver and gold stockpiles, I'm just going to jump onto that for a second. Silver has been and is being used for industrial uses, for medical uses right now, and also robotic. Okay, there's a lot of robot stuff there that needs a lot of silver in them. So yes, there is 7-to-1 amount. I mean, there's a 7 ounces of gold coming out of the ground to 1 ounce of gold. I get it, but that's gonna drive the silver prices to I think 11. I think it says right now, everything that you see on the U.S. debt clock is what is about to happen. That's the reality. This is the reality of what's happening. Okay, so when that does happen, and it will happen very, very soon, you're going to have silver at 1121, somewhere around there, and gold is going to be around 9,300 plus. Okay, so that being said, the money that anybody that does have these 100 nations that are joining forces to flatten out and collapse the fiat dollar, because everybody's going to want to deal with that money, is going to go against the fiat dollar, and it's going to crash it. All right, so we all know that. Now, getting into the baskets, and what I mean by baskets, there's 209 countries that are going to reevaluate their currencies, because based on the true value of their GDP, of what the value is in their country, depending what they're holding on gold, depending what they're holding on silver, depending what they're holding on oil, and any other type of resources, even down to food products, right? Okay, so that is going to determine the value of their dollar. But I know Trump wants an even playing field all the way around. So the first basket means that there might be maybe up to 10 countries, maybe 20 countries, I don't know, that will go into the first basket for the revaluation. Okay, and the reason why they're doing it in different baskets, okay, but that'll be the first basket. Then the second basket will be another 20 countries that'll come on to the playing field, onto the world market, right? Or world stage, let's call it. Because this is why they're doing it this way, and it's, God doesn't want to have his legions of, people out there on this beautiful planet to be left out. He wants everybody to have a part of this, this wealth transfer. Okay? Because if we become a wealthy planet, obviously it's not going to be there won't be any wars, and this is the time that I believe that if you want to get your health back, if you want to get your get your wealth and health back, then you need to have God in your life. Okay, this is because he's doing this for humanity, along with his disciples, which are Trump and the Avengers and all the people that he's got working, and the thousands and thousands of patriots around the world that are fighting to clean and dismantle and evaporate this evil. Okay, now let me just get this clear for everybody. Okay, the baskets will be maybe 10 baskets. Okay, first basket will be about 20 countries, and then you'll be able to, anybody that's bought any currency in those countries will benefit on the revaluation there. And then there'll be another 20 countries come up just after that, and the money that you get from the first basket, you'll be able to maybe buy into the second basket. Yes, that's just how it's going to go. Okay, now the BRICS nation is just pulling out they're starting to show off their BRICS money, and they're going to be using that for their BRICS trades, which are going to be trading with all the BRICS back and forth, okay? Along with their own currency, okay? Now, any of the old fiat currency, and this is why each country is going to print new money, okay? But there will be plenty of time, not plenty of time, I guess, but there will be time for anybody holding any foreign currency to trade that down, okay? Now, I mean, there's just so much going on here, and I have a hard time. I got to get it out there because otherwise I forget. But and I write it down, but I bounce around, and I said I apologize for that. But there is right now, I believe we are very, very close to this EBS because all the markers are pointing towards this Jubilee. They're already talking about a 72-hour blackout here, there, and everywhere, and for people to prepare for that. Get some food aside and stuff like that. So, they're going to have to do that to change over everything. Do not believe anything that the mainstream media is saying. They are lying, and they will be tried through tribunal for all their disinformation and their crimes against humanity. Like, what you have to do is you got to go with the situation with people that are in Rumble, even on TikTok and stuff like that, even though I did get kicked off, and even though it is run by the Chinese, and I don't know how much influence the Chinese has on TikTok, but obviously they I have not had any problem or any warnings or any of that shit. So I believe that if TikTok doesn't get bought by some American or Canadian or some other than the Chinese, then it will come down. Okay, it's going to come down because people wanting to get the truth out there is not going to put up with being shut down and dismantled after building a big following and stuff like that. People want the truth, okay, and that's what I'm trying to get out there. And there's going to be nothing fancy about me. I'm not going to be setting up some kind of a big stage like what Alex Jones has, or the studio that Joe Rogan has, or anything like that. No, I will try to be here to give you the facts and briefings as best as I can. And now through information I'm getting through John Dowling, the banks that will be staying up, and this kind of ties into why we're having the problem we're having, is that banks are holding, and they have held this new rainbow currency in the United States since 2000 and whatever it was, way back in the day. So this has been going on, and they've held it in very, very secure vaults, ready for it to be released. Okay, so banks have a big play in this, but because we're going to be going digitally, you're going to be getting phones, and everything's going to go digital onto your phone. Doesn't mean that you cannot pull cash out, or when you go in there, and you can still get money from by ordering checks, and order 100 checks or whatever, and you can still do it that way. It's just that your money will be secure on the QFS, and your all your retirement stuff and whatever it is, it's all safe. It's all going to be transferred over. Everything's been mirrored. I mean, the military the Jassara military took over everything. Okay, now I'm trying to get onto the med beds and what they're all about and when's it coming. Okay, it's going to be coming the same time. I'm out of time here right now, but I'll try to get this on the next one and continue this conversation out there. And if there's any questions in between, I will try to get them answered as well. Okay, so that's where we are. God bless you, the Patriots, and God bless the United States Republic.